Hello. This is Wade speaking to you again. This time, I have a new voice. Where we last left our crew, we had finally delivered a serial killer to justice after destroying his unseen pursuers. While docked at the spaceport, the crew learned news of a planet that was being invaded by the infected. Most of the crew decided to give this a miss as they could not see any profit in it. Then I have record of another job being done, but it seems to have been mysteriously wiped from my database. Oh well. So sit tight, and here's the next episode.
Welcome to episode 5 of the Chaotic Goodness Podcast, where the episodes are short and fun.
That's what she said. James. This is Chad, the Chaotic Goodness Podcast, and I will be taking over GM duties. It seems like, some people have varying levels of comfort, and in the interest of this game only being for fun, I'm going to go ahead and take over with another example jump point from the book 21 Jump Points by Malcolm Harbrow.
Thank you, Malcolm.
And we still love you, Malcolm. Thank you very much. And this particular jump point is called Frontier Trade. You're in a tight spot. You came to this dusty backwater colony expecting to make a good trade, but it's fallen through. And now a malfunction has you stranded unless you can cut a deal to find the parts that you need. So, first question. This is going to go to Christy. What faction are the colonists under the heel of?
Why don't we do Megatry?
Megatry, all right. So the colony, the frontier colony, is controlled by Megatry for some other reason. Okay.
There might be some pharmaceutical.
There's a super awesome plant there that they can
things.
exploit.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So they're farming for the corporation. Great. Okay, Steve, what other ship is on the pad next door at the spaceport? Who is its captain, and what beef do they have with you?
The Anteater.
Okay.
The captain's name is...
Yankoff Armerschmidt.
Wow, that just came out.
Yankoff Armerschmidt.
Yeah.
In Mother Russia, cargo transport you.
And what beef does Captain Yankoff Armerschmidt have with you? Is it just you or the entire crew?
It's the entire crew.
Okay.
No, I'm pinning this one on everybody.
Oh,
okay.
Just what we need.
It's a middle finger for you. I hope you enjoy it.
We stole cargo from him on a previous job.
Okay.
No, we never steal cargo. We just get to it first and craft here.
No, we actually boarded his ship and stole it.
Okay.
Which one was that?
The Anteater.
Yeah, remember when y'all stole the cargo? Y'all had a job to get some cargo that the Anteater got first, so you boarded his ship and took the cargo after subduing him, apparently in a hilarious way. Also humiliating him.
Well.
Okay.
With a name like Yankoff Armerschmidt, we couldn't help but humiliate him a little more.
His
James.
armor definitely needed
Jawohl.
yanking.
What was your deal, and who was it with? Ooh.
Oh.
So
The initial deal that we ripped off
you
or
came-
stole from him?
No. You came to this colony expecting to make a good trade. What was the deal? What Class 1 cargo had you negotiated to exchange your Class 0 goods for?
It was actually going to be the first major harvest of the plant.
Okay. Well, we can just hand-wavy him.
There we go. I was going to try to wing a name, so it was the first major harvest. Like, they got a few test samples and everything, but now this is going to be the first major cargo load they could take to, send something to production in.
Okay.
And we were going to be transporting that.
Okay. So you were
Mother Russia. We transport cargo.
The Class 1 cargo was the herbs and stuff, I guess, just for you.
Right.
So what So you exchanged some Class 0 goods for, so just regular random crap tricks. The jingle bells?
Yes.
Jingle bells are
We traded a whole bunch of, well,
Well, they were gold.
they weren't, they were gold plated. Y'all found out that they weren't as valuable as
That's
you.
not exploitable. That is not exploitable.
You're exploiting these people for their herbs.
No, these people
No?
are exploiting
Okay.
the planet for their herbs.
Okay. You feel strongly about it, so. Or it could just be like some crap
We'll
goods
get rid of the jingle bells. I
that
guess.
you talked up and made a fancy deal with.
Tactical
It could just be
sporks.
one jingle bell.
That was the best thing, is like you guys actually managed to finagle a good trade with shitty goods that you had. So that was a testament to your silver tongue. So who was the deal with?
It was actually going to be with... What was the corporation's name again?
Megatri.
Megatri. I was going to say Trimetic, but I knew that was horribly wrong.
Paramedic is such a better name.
It really is, and
Damn
it's
it.
also taken.
Well, give me a specific person that was going to be the deal.
A specific person would be Donalise Gialk. I don't know. Made up the last name on a whim. I'm sorry.
Okay, is Donalise?
She is the regional director of operations for some of their
Okay.
Manufacturing planets and moons.
Okay.
And a nearby system.
So you made a deal with her.
Yes.
I'm sorry. She's the what?
Regional director. Like she's in charge of the quadrant. She's pretty high up there.
Oh, okay.
Bosses
so
of bosses of bosses.
So you actually had a sweet deal with her.
Yes.
It's like saying, so this is our first harvest, and this is a very valuable thing to us, but you managed to talk her into giving you a little bit
Yes.
of that. And this is obviously for obvious good medical reasons and stuff, so something that you guys are very interested in, especially since you guys have very dangerous jobs. Okay. Kim, what's gone wrong with the deal? Why is the deal no longer going through? Who has the cargo you were expecting to get, and how did they get it?
Someone else has stolen part of the item that we were intending to get.
Okay, so someone stole the harvest.
Yeah, good
the
deal of
harvested herbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now they only have a little bit left.
Okay. How did they get... Well, they stole it, so obviously they didn't know about it. So did they sneak in, cover of night? What happened?
So they did. They got some intelligence on this, and
Okay.
so they came in and
Okay.
just snuck in and stole the plants.
So they may or may not be totally
It was
gone.
kind of one of those, like where they go in what was it? The
Megatri?
Megatri.
Yeah.
Their representatives go in to check on the plants and open the doors. Oh, it's
They're all gone, so there's like no...
one of those moments.
Nothing. Okay.
Right.
All right, and final question. Let's see, Steve. What vital part failed irreparably just as you touched down, and why is it going to be difficult to find a replacement here?
Why do I always get these questions? And then I say something, and James gets all pissed at me for what I chose.
It's inevitable. Just move on.
There's some vital portion of the ship.
Yes, vital part. We cannot leave unless it is repaired.
Initial boost, jump, drive to get us out of the gravity
The
well.
thrusters,
Yes.
just the ship's sublight thrusters. Okay, so that's the part that obviously, definitely we can't even break gravity without that. Why is it going to be difficult to find a replacement part here?
Because it's an agricultural, non-manufacturing planet.
Okay.
Landing, we kick some dust into the intakes. I'm very sorry I left those open.
World's okayest pilot.
I'm sure it was addressed to you.
So agricultural planet, you can't. So obviously the part that we have is very sophisticated, very technical. It's not something that you're going to
service
find.
wombat class on this planet.
You know who probably has a replacement part? Yankoff Armorschmidt.
Ooh,
On his ship. If we kill him, we can take it. And his ship.
Jesus.
We don't have to kill him.
dark.
Does he have a wombat class too?
Parts are pretty interchangeable.
Sometimes, but
Like
not.
by and large. We can
But these are all cubed. It's problematic.
we can get a rig it.
So the ship's thrusters are irreparably damaged, and it so looks like the Anteater may have a part that we need to get the thrusters going, which we cannot leave this planet without. And we're probably going to be leaving empty-handed anyway because all of the cargo we came to get was stolen.
I refuse to leave empty-handed.
Okay. So what do you do?
Steal it back.
And we're going to have to steal the part from,
And then they won't be able to leave.
that's right.
Yeah.
Sucks to be him.
Paint our cartoon badger on the giant torpedo on the side of his ship before we leave, too. Really piss him off.
Oh, they have a giant torpedo too?
No, we have a giant torpedo on...
Oh, so
We
the
have
whole
the-
thing. They don't have anything.
So the
We have a pinup girl painted, like one of the, on the
Pinup
torpedo.
badger.
The Doctor of Pharmacy
Be
is
specific.
suggesting we deface another captain's ship by putting a sexy badger on the side.
Is there any other
Well,
kind
yes,
of badger?
course.
There's several other kinds of badgers. So you guys are talking a lot about what you guys should do or what your plans are. Well, there's a world's okayest pilot.
World's okayest pilot. Yeah, I know what you're getting for Christmas.
All right, so you guys talked a lot about what you guys should do. So what are you actually doing? Gideon is going to be, I guess, there's really nothing he can do. It's like, unless I get that part, we're not going anywhere. He's working on removing the
Listen,
dust-clogged part while glaring at Dr. Ezekiel the entire time.
Yankoff is still finishing up the deal of collecting the cargo, yeah? Yeah?
Whatever he's here to do.
I'm going to go next door and walk onto a ship.
Okay. Gideon's like, do whatever you want. All I know is I need this part. It looks just like this. If I don't get it, we're stuck here. If you get yourself killed, it'll make it harder to get that part.
Here's syringes full of narcotics.
Yay, drugs. Are these for me or for them?
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever makes negotiations easier. Jesus.
Listen,
Amazon not deliver out here.
Space
Aggressive
Amazon?
Negotiations. What are those negotiations?
They call it
with a
Amazon Galaxy now.
light sword.
They probably. Well, I'm surprised the Amazon is not a faction in this game.
we went with space pirates. What do you think?
Yeah, well, there we go.
Evolution happened.
So, James, Hental, you are going to walk across the docking bay and step onto the Anteater.
Yeah, I want to wander in and snoop and poop and see what's going on.
But don't actually poop.
Well,
That's really...
If the opportunity arises, I'm not going to pass it up.
Okay, so Hental just goes on to the ship with needles full of narcotics.
Pocketed. They're not just out in the open.
Right, okay.
And my sidearm.
Rin, what impediment does Hental run into that prevents him from boarding the ship?
A door?
The ship is locked. Tight. What do you do?
Tighter than a drum.
It's a spaceship. These things are vacuum sealed.
So my rifle's penetrating. Will that penetrate through a lock on a ship door?
Spacefaring vessels don't typically have giant locks hanging on the outside of them. This could be magnetically sealed.
That's counterproductive.
And to answer your question, your weapon can penetrate personal armor, but not starship armor.
All right, fine.
If it was breaching, you could.
Hey, wait! There looks to be some form of keypad here next to the door. You wanna?
No. Give me an assessment roll first.
What do I use for assessment?
Interface.
Oh yeah, I got 10.
So tell me about this control panel.
It's got buttons and light.
Most control panels do.
I'm assuming it controls the door's locking mechanism.
So you went to piloting school, did you?
I can fly a ship. I can't unlock it. That's not part of the class.
Jury's still out on that one. God, I love this new voice.
It looks like an X2000 series. A little old, so it might not have had the most recent upgrades. I don't know.
I'm guessing you need me to help you breach.
Some assistance on unlocking this door.
Let's see here. He is going to help you. Well, he's probably going to breach itself. So let's see here. Oh wow, he can enter, unlock, and activate systems. He's an NPC. So okay, so you tell Wade to unlock the ship. Wade says,
All right, give me a minute. I'm processing.
Do you need me to plug in and help, or any wires or anything?
The best way you can help is to not do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then suddenly the starship door opens.
I'm gonna saunter on in, whistling.
Okay. We really like old ancient TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so James, you step onto the ship. We're going to deal with you in a minute. So is anybody else doing anything other than just kind of sitting on the ship, twiddling their thumbs?
I am waiting for something interesting to happen.
Okay.
So far, it's just a whole bunch of
I mean, you are in a
tomfoolery,
frontier,
indeed.
an outer rim frontier backwater world. All there is just farms.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
You
I
can't eat the
enjoy-
farmers.
But they're grain fed.
Free
Totally organic.
Free range meat. Long pork. So Flossy is okay. So Flossy, you're sitting there,
Yeah.
and the boredom is interminable.
Oh, yeah.
You're about to lose your
Highly
mind.
distractible right now.
You're getting cabin fever.
Oh, yeah.
Operative phrase.
Okay.
There's something shiny.
So what are
for
you
sure.
going to do to break the boredom and tedium of sitting on this backwater world?
I'm going to see if I can figure out who stole this stuff.
Okay. So you're going to go investigate. It's a mystery.
Yay. Yeah, I'm going to go poke around a little bit.
So it sounds like you have a groovy mystery on your hands.
Indeed.
Maybe you and some of your friends can help solve it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I bet it was old Mr. Jenkins.
Fucking Mr. Jenkins.
Anyone dressed like a ghost? It's probably them. Okay, so who else on the crew are you enlisting to help you solve this aforementioned groovy mystery?
No one.
Wow, okay. So Floss...
But I suspect they might.
Fucking all.
I have no fucks to give.
We will never talk about that job again. It's like Gideon just a stop, just stop, like stop. All right.
But
Do you have music from this century?
Do you have music from this millennium?
I might.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I download stuff from the Sector Net whenever we're in port. It's just, you can't beat the classics.
Not wrong.
Okay, fine.
No. Anyway.
so do I have to like sneak past them on my way out of the ship so they don't notice me?
Do you want to?
I don't know. What are you? You're infiltrating.
I'm next door.
What are you doing?
I'm hiding aboard the ship. These people hate my company, and I'm fully emblazoned. I was like, oh.
So you're
I will
pretending not to
actively
be there.
avoid pretending to see you. You know.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm outside enjoying the air.
All right, so I'll probably have
Enjoying being
to.
outside.
Air that hasn't been recycled several
Although-
times.
I might just bring you with me.
Reordering med supplies.
Okay. Do we get to talk to people?
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
yeah.
Talk to other people.
Yes.
Okay, so
Ew.
Hental leaves, and Flossy, after just an interminable length of time of fidgeting
Solo on the ship with Gideon.
And-
yeah.
and squirming around in your chair, like 5 whole minutes pass before you just stare. It's like, that's it! I can't take this anymore! And she just walks out of the ship
right.
while Dr. Arthur Ezekiel III is on his data pad punching numbers, sees Flossy go,
Looks back down.
looks,
Nope.
Zeke sees you, Zeke don't care.
I didn't see shit.
You walk out and you see
Get shot.
Rin.
Let me know.
Rin is standing outside, I guess, leaning up against the ship, just breathing deeply and enjoying the sun on your face and the wind and everything and the smells of civilization,
Yeah.
well, so to speak.
Life.
Okay, so Flossie, you want to invite Rin along? What do you do? What do you say?
So, this is really boring. And I need something to do. So, I'm wondering, do you want to, like, wander around and see if we can figure out who
Yes.
stole the plants? I had you at wander?
Yes.
Okay. So, I want to know where the plants are.
The stolen plants?
Yeah, they're doing their infiltration thing, so. What do
It
you
ain't
think?
nothing.
Well,
It's a solo mission.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, we have plenty of time.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So,
That's gonna take a while.
yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
So you two go wander off, try to solve a mystery.
Yes.
That's great. The doctor is staying on the ship with Gideon. Gideon is just trying to... He's banging loudly on the engine and swearing a lot. And you're pretty sure some of that swearing is directed toward you.
I'm actively avoiding hearing it.
Yep. Once again, you don't care.
No,
And-
Gideon's
Full
yelling
on.
about some nonsense.
Avoidance maneuvers.
Up his meds.
Pental,
Yo,
you are on the Anteater.
I am strolling and whistling.
Okay, so you're whistling through the corridors of the ship. Where are you headed?
Well, to the engine compartment, so I can try to pull some pieces.
Okay, so you are going into the engine
Although,
compartment.
if anything looks cool on my way there, I may pocket it.
Give me an assessment check.
I like the way you think, by the way.
That's how I do.
Yeah,
If I see some scotch, I'm taking it.
I noticed. Hey, you know what? You should replace mine. Find some scotch on
An
the
assessment uses interface, right?
Depends on what you were doing. So you're just looking for stuff. So give me... you're looking for things that would be valuable. Give me an expertise roll.
Okay. 6.
Look at you.
I think shoes are valuable. People on my planet don't usually have.
Oh, look, scotch. Why does it say apple juice? That's a really weird name for scotch.
I found you this brand. I think it's called Mott's.
It takes a lot to get you fucked up, but I mean, it's kind of tasty.
Lots apple cider. Yeah. Okay. You're looking through the ship and everything, and you find. Let's see here. You find an item in the cargo bay that looks very interesting to you. It looks like. Let's see. It's spherical. It's ovid in shape.
Okay.
It's got like kind of like this mottled coloring on it, and it looks somewhat metallic. And you look at that, and this is you think you've heard Gideon or some other tech guy talk about this stuff. This stuff is whatever this is very valuable. You're not really quite sure what it is or what it does, but you know this is worth big bank to the right buyer.
Sweet. Second score.
So you grab that, and it's not gigantic. It's like it's big enough for you to like hold. It's almost like a little bit bigger than bowling ball sized.
Okay.
So you can awkwardly kind of carry it one handed or two handed just fine. And you go.
I'm going to put it in my satchel.
You stick it in your satchel. Great.
It's not a purse, it's a satchel.
Your merce.
A merce.
Your space
A
merce.
satchel. Lots of men wear satchels. Indiana Jones had a satchel.
He did. There we go. Okay, so you grab that from the cargo bay. What else? Is there anything else that you're doing?
Just whatever I saw on the way to the engine.
So you're going to the
Really.
engine. Okay.
If I have to pass up the cargo bay and that's what I saw, cool.
Okay. So you are going to the engine room, and you're not exactly a technician. So you're looking at this engine. Give me an assessment roll, once again with expertise.
This is going to be ugly.
And there's nobody here to help you.
9!
Yay! You succeeded a cost. Or actually, let's see here. Well, I reveal interesting information about the subject. So, why, yes, they actually do have the part that your ship needs to work.
However, comma space.
Well, however, there's some kind of complication that arises with the ship. So,
What?
Kim, what complication happens
on the anteater.
on the
On the
Anteater
anteater. Complication on the anteater.
that that proves to Hental that this may not be as easy as he thought.
So on the ship, they have a pet.
Oh.
It's not a creature you've ever seen before.
Is it fluffy?
But it's fluffy.
It's so fluffy!
Yeah, and somewhat dog-like, and it starts to make a sort of a yipping sound, and you
So it's
yipping.
it's a little fluffy thing.
It's a fluffy.
So it's a small, loud thing.
Yes.
It's just yipping at you. Oh,
Yes.
Okay. So you have this tiny little fluffy thing is yipping at you loudly.
I am going to get down on all fours and call it over to me. Come here. Come here.
It starts.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Influence?
Sure. You're commanding. Jesus.
9.
All right. So the dog comes to you, and I mean, well, that's it. The dog walks over. Well, whatever. Sorry. The fluffy creature, whatever it is, comes over to you. What do you do?
I start petting it. I'm going to try to win it over and see what I can do to make it mine.
Okay.
Convince it that I am so much cooler than that jerk-off, yank-off Armor Schmidt.
Okay, so you're hanging out in the engine room.
If I can get the cargo,
Petting-
the engine piece, and the pet from Yankoff Armor Schmidt, it's a fucking win.
He's going to pursue us to the farthest, darkest ends of the galaxy, which I'm okay with, because we'll just leave him there, too.
And every time he chases us, I'll just show him a picture of his dog.
Not dog. It's a dog.
It's dog, not dog.
It's got like 6
his fog,
legs, and
like faux dog, fog, right?
you could call it a fog.
Is it a
sure.
blink dog?
No.
A displacer dog?
Wrong
No.
universe.
That's copyrighted!
Imagine like a little like woolly caterpillar.
Kind of.
Only dog.
Yeah, compact.
I'm thinking, like,
and
I see it the
furry.
size of a chihuahua, but like smaller,
little bigger, like a
Like-
corgi.
okay.
Kind of long, you know.
like a wiener dog length.
With extra
but a
legs.
little bit, yes.
A Dachshund with like 2 sets of extra
Okay,
legs.
so Odin's Cocker Spaniel is rolling around with you.
Yeah.
Valhalla, come! Oh, that's his name, Valhalla! We just commandeered a pet and named it in like 30 seconds. How goddamn awesome is
I'm
that?
just sitting here thinking about which string of choices I made in my life that led me to this. So, Flossy and Rin, the mystery twins, you guys decide to investigate the missing thing. What's the first place? What is the first?
Ginger, obviously.
So you're on a space dock that's on a frontier world. So I mean, there's like a small town built up around it. Obviously, is there any place in particular that you were going to go to first in your investigation?
I'm thinking anybody that's stealing that much of a product is probably not going to stick around.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Unless, maybe we could see if somebody was hanging around the building?
Okay. Around the spaceport. So you're going to
Yeah.
question people.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who? It sounds like you two are working together. So who is going to do the questioning and who is going to get involved and help?
I think so. Well, I mean, I can...
You have mind powers.
Oh, wait, I do.
You could probe people's minds.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So, is there... maybe there's a guard or something
okay.
at the building where specifically where the plants
At
were.
the warehouse. Okay.
Yeah, the warehouse.
Okay. So you go over to the warehouse area where the high-end cargoes go, where the harvest cargo is. So people, I mean, you go in there, I mean, there's still workers there. They're loading the cargo boxes. They're getting things ready for shipments. You know, they're expecting multiple ships to come into the port and take the cargo away. You're looking for a guard there. I mean, obviously there are multiple guards around. What do you do?
I would, ask the guard if they know anything about
Okay.
what happened.
So you're gonna convince the guy to talk to you. Rin, are you going to get involved, and if so, how?
I won't directly get involved, but I'll look intimidating, so they won't want to lie.
There we go. You're gonna be like backup. So give me a. Let's see. You're trying to look intimidating, so that would be an influence roll.
8.
8 total.
Yes.
Okay. So you succeed at a cost. Okay. We'll get to that. Flossy, give me an influence roll.
All right. So she's going to be more flirty than intimidating. 9.
So you get a 9 total. He's going to talk to you. However, let's see here. Incur a cost, complication, or hard choice. Okay, so you ask him a question, and let's see. So how do you phrase it? What are you asking him?
Hey, were you? I just have a question. Don't mind her. She's had a rough morning. Yeah. She's had a rough morning. So I'm wondering, do you happen to know anything about the missing product?
He looks at you appraising. I mean, he looks at you, looks over at Rin, and he kind of quickly looks back at you, Flossie, and he says, "I might know something, but it's going to cost you."
Oh, what'll it cost us?
I'm going to pull out my shotgun.
Okay. Okay. Give him a chance.
Just casually.
Give him a chance.
Just casually. I'll look it over.
It's going to cost you. No, not yet.
So I'm going to try to compel.
Oh, okay.
And I'm...
Well, let me ask you this. So compel can get somebody to do something. Your power of probe can access the knowledge he has.
Right, one at a time. I can't do both at once.
Well, so you are planning on eventually...
Yes, okay. That's step 2.
You do have an ultra strong person helping you out.
I do.
Okay, just saying.
But, I mean, if this doesn't work, then okay. We'll go with that.
Okay,
but,
so you're going to try to compel him. Okay, so what are you going to compel him to do?
I am going to compel him to sit down on the chair in his little guard booth and allow me to give him a shoulder massage because he looks like he's had a really rough day.
Let me love you. Okay. All right. Give me an influence roll.
That's not good. 7.
7. Hey, well, you succeed. So 2, what is it? 2 from the list?
Yes. 2 consequences. So they obey. It's not harmful to sit.
Okay.
And, however, they are obviously controlled.
Okay.
So it's obvious that...
So he says... So the guard looks at Flossie and says, "Well, I might know, but it's going to cost you." Then all of a sudden, he kind of stiffens up and very robotically goes back to his booth, sits down with a thud, and he's like sitting very rigid and just staring straight ahead, while Flossie just starts to rub his shoulders
and then move my hands up the back of his head.
Okay, and so you touch his head, and you are going to probe. Okay, that is interface.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
6.
Ooh, so you do not succeed. So some kind of setback or horrible thing happens. James, what bad thing happens with Flossie's attempt to...
Technically it worked, but not in the way she was looking for.
Oh, no.
Because he's so controlled right now and she's rubbing him up. He's a lonely guy. It's a lonely planet. She's only getting one image, and it's just fantasy for this guy. She can't get what she's looking for. She's getting what he wants at this point.
So you are overcome with revulsion. So, okay, and so you...
He likes being dressed as a 6-year-old girl. It's a thing of his. It's fine.
well,
and
you know-
that image is going to haunt you for the next solar
5
month.
minutes.
But you know, we're not going to yuck anybody's yum. But,
No,
you know,
if that's you, that's you.
but it's not. It's definitely not your thing, and so you can't attempt this again with this person.
Although he does start smirking a little bit.
So the mechanic. So he's sitting very rigid. Rin, you see that he's sitting very rigid, and Flossie just starts rubbing the back of his head, and then she just gets this horrified look on his face, while he looks just this pleasant smile on his
There were
face.
more guards, right?
Mommy?
Yeah. Let's get out of here and try a different one.
Well, that didn't work out the way you planned.
I don't know where you're from, but you do things weird.
Thanks.
End of episode.
Hey, it's Chad again. Thanks for listening to our show. To give thanks to Tabletop Audio, Another Dead Weirdo, Sulfuric, and Peace Loving Games, of course. If you like our show, you can hit us up on social media, on Twitter at chaotic_podcast, on Facebook, at our own website at chaoticgoodnesspodcast.com. You can check us out on Podchaser. Please rate and review us on your podcast app of choice. You can send us an email, contact@chaoticgoodnesspodcast.com. Send us a message, we'll read it on air, and we might even answer your questions or just thank you for your time.